Hello everyone, Deb Floros, guest designer for Beadaholique. I'm going to make a trio of really fun bracelets with copper and Hishi wood beads and some seed beads. I've got a couple different sizes of copper beads. One is textured and some really pretty seed beads that are going to add spacing and dimension to my design. I'm going to use bronze color 19 strand beading wire, and I'm going to create a pattern with the first bracelet that uses all of the beads. So I'm doing a large section of the smaller copper beads, the seed beads, the Hishi beads, and I'm surrounding the Hishi with those corrugated caps. They look so cool. Then I'm going to create a section in the center that has the corrugated round copper beads. I'm going to add a trio of them in the center, and I'm going to put bead caps around those, kind of for a double texture. So there's a focal section there. And I'm going to measure out and make sure I get the sizing right for the bracelet. So I may have to make some adjustments. I like to always count and make sure I've got the right amount of beads so that I don't crimp something that I have to redo later and cut apart. I love the way that this one looks, so pretty. I'm going to use a lobster claw clasp for my closure, but I'm just going to use seed beads as a little loop to attach my lobster claw to. So I usually add about 13 size 11 seed beads for that loop. So I add my little crimp, and then I add my beads, and then I slide the wire back down the crimp and through a grouping of the first beads. Then I'm going to pull that wire tight so that my seed beads go right up against that crimp. Now the trick is always to make sure you're very careful when you crimp. When you do the loop at the first end, it's a little bit easier because you have some play. The second end, the other side, is a little bit harder, but you just need to be patient and very cautious so you don't crack your seed beads. With the other side, you'll do 6 seed beads, the lobster claw, and 6 more seed beads. Then you'll go down through that crimp, through that first grouping of beads, pull tight, and you'll want to make sure your whole bracelet has no gaps, and you'll want to crimp with the bracelet sort of coiled up a little bit. Then you've got your seed bead closure. I love how this bracelet looks. Let's make a second bracelet. And this one's just going to have a slightly different pattern. I'm still going to put those corrugated caps around the Hishi and around the corrugated beads. And then I'm going to match this bracelet up to the first one to see how it sizes out. Oh, I love how they look together. Let's make a third. This one I'm going to go a little bit more natural. I'm going to put the coconut beads on with no bead caps around them. And I am going to separate them with the seed beads so that they can move a little bit more freely. Sometimes when you use the Hishi like that, they don't move very well. It makes the bracelet too stiff. I just added one of the corrugated beads as a focal, and I finished it up just like the other two with the loop and the seed beads. Oh my gosh, I love how these came out. They look so great together. What a great bracelet stack. You can find all of the things you need to make this trio of bracelets at beadaholique.com. Thanks so much for watching.